I'm Chevy, and today on the Daily Shed, we discuss getting into the zone. Hello, friends. Tuesday, welcome to the shed. Yesterday was fun. Good episode. I enjoy the comments, so keep those coming. Today I want to talk about getting into the zone, and I'm not necessarily talking about the like athletic zone, but it does apply there. In specific, I'm talking about the programming zone, and that's only because I just left it, right? And the zone, as people call it, is like that magical. It's a magical moment or a magical time when you can't do wrong, when things just are clicking and the gears are turning, and in basketball you're just nailing every shot and you're catching every catch, or in football or whatever. You're just in the zone. You're just ow, right? And for programming, there's the specific frame of mind that you have to be in for it to just flow. And the workday, like the daily, like 8 to 5, go to work, come home, just doesn't work for that sort of field. It's almost a creative field, right? And being in the zone when you're programming is, I guess it's akin to being like an oil painter. You get your paints out and you mix your colors and then you start painting. You can't just walk away, because when you come back, it's not like you're going to be able to mix those colors again. Everything's going to match. It's all and programming is the same thing. You get in that zone, you get in that framework, and if you get pulled out of it, it's really hard to get back in. That's why you'll see a lot of programmers or artists just putting headphones on and like blocking out the world and going at it, because when it happens, it just clicks. And today was one of those days. I was working on some code that I needed to implement this code a long time ago. I'm working on a web app, and it's got a login system, very simple login system. And until now, I've had no actual way of editing the user's password or email information or any of that stuff without me physically going into the database and doing it. So I've needed to have some sort of automated process, lost your password, click the link, go there, send you a verification code, and you redo it. And I haven't, the way that the project has gone, I haven't needed it yet. And today was the day that it had to happen. Like, I can't progress forward until I have this in place. We can't start giving it to more users until we have some sort of... So I got in the zone at like 1:30 on that particular problem, and my workday ends at 3. And so at 3:01, I'm still like, I'm jamming on it. It works now. I've just got to get the kinks fixed, just visually set up the UI and all that stuff. And I didn't want to leave work. Like, I wanted to stay and get it done, because when you're there, right, you get in the zone and everything makes sense in your head. It's almost like, building with Legos. You have this piece here and this piece here and this piece here, and all of that is sitting up in here, but it's all code snippets and variables and things. And I know that tomorrow when I go back to look at this code again, I now have to ease myself into that. Remember, okay, I use this variable here, this page here, with that, Otherwise, I run the risk of making big mistakes, and I don't want to make big mistakes. I'm okay with little mistakes. So getting in the zone, is there a secret to it? I would love to know. And I'm not necessarily, again, I'm not talking about only programming here. I'm talking about just like in general. We all know, we've had that feeling where it's like, you go to throw a football or baseball or whatever, and like as soon as you let it go, you know that you just nailed it, and it just felt perfect. And then or golf swing, and it was perfect, or shooting a rifle or whatever. And it's that same sort of feeling when you're just doing something creative, whether it's programming or designing something visual or artwork or building something in a shop, you get in that point where everything just kind of starts clicking and it works, and it's almost like you're not consciously putting in the effort. It's just flowing. I would love to know if you have tricks about how to get in that mode. When I was in the Marine Corps, I would work my normal work day, but I also worked a lot of extra hours because I was the sole programmer. And I had set myself deadlines. So one of my tricks for getting out of the zone was to just play ping pong with myself. We literally, like, every Marine base ever and every building on a Marine base has a ping pong table. I would fold up one half and just play ping pong against myself until my brain just kind of shut off. And then usually I could go re-tackle a problem. That was like my reset button. Because it's also possible to get so deep into the zone that you have implanted falsities in your brain, and those falsities are causing you to struggle, or they're the reason that you can't progress forward, because you think you know what you're doing, but in reality you have remembered something wrong, and so you have to reset. So I would play ping pong by myself, and that was how I would get myself out of and back into the zone. But I would love to know if there's any methods or tricks that you might have to get into the zone without ever being in it in the first place. Like, to just, bam, you're in. Because I feel like I could be so much more productive if I could just dive in and everything makes sense. I don't even know if this episode makes sense, but leave me some comments. Let me know what you think. I would love to hear your tricks for reset, or getting in and out of the zone, or staying in the zone is the other thing. Ignoring the world around you so that you can maintain that focus that makes everything just go bam. The zone.
Hey Doc, wait! I want to ask you something.
Today's random fact from hillspet.com. Can you give a dog chocolate? A small amount of chocolate will probably only give your dog an upset stomach with vomiting or diarrhea. With large amounts, theobromine can produce muscle tremors, seizures, an irregular heartbeat, internal bleeding, or heart attack. The onset of theobromine poisoning is usually marked by severe hyperactivity. But this doesn't answer the question. Can you give a dog chocolate? I mean, if you don't like your dog, if you're a jerk, if you don't have compassion for other living beings, yeah. Otherwise, it's a pretty bad idea. My dog has gotten into chocolate before, and thankfully has come out of it with just the diarrhea, so don't give your dogs chocolate. That's it for today. Thank you all for stopping by. Thank you for making me a part of your day. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Send me a letter so you can get a handy dandy fancy postcard. Send me something to put on the wall. I have some mail for Friday, so we're looking good this week. See you guys tomorrow. When you get on that saddle, there is a certain creed that just goes with motorcycling that binds us all together. I have had people turn around on the interstate to come back and check and make sure I'm okay. I've done the same for other motorcyclists. Even though I might just be sitting on the side of the road, stretching or whatever, people are show concern because we're all motorcyclists and we all know what it's like to be out there riding solo.